Hello there. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, everybody, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. For me, it is afternoon. I had a cat here recently, but she's wandered off. She might come back. You'd have to ask her. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I saw the Anduin kill. I got super lucky. I just happened, I try not to spend too much time just sitting and watching, but I happened to be sitting and watching at that particular moment, and I was deeply excited. I was here for the Anduin kill. Yesterday's VOD, the intro song was muted. Sometimes that happens. It wasn't me, but the claim system is automated, so sometimes some company will think that it's their song when it's not their song, and they'll file a claim. It's happened on YouTube too. Generally speaking, I don't really mess with it because it's not worth my time. Perfectly timed with Raid End. Got my 2 set. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. After stream yesterday, I made an undead version of myself. I am sad there are no curly-haired options. There's some poofy-haired options that you can imagine as being from curly hair after you brush all your curls out. That is a bit sad. I'm gonna head back to Orbos because I need to fix up my Covenant. I'm still on my raid stuff. I can report that I have done another night of raid, killed a couple more tier bosses, still part of the no tier club, and it's getting increasingly awkward because I feel as though I realized that I was feeling bad about my parses, and then it occurred to me that I'm competing against people that have tier and I don't have any tier. I got no tier. Am I in my healing set? I am. Let's go get into my Covenant and double check my soulbind and stuff. I want to pug some keys today. I'm gonna link up with Flabby and he'll get us into whatever groups he deems appropriate. He's really good at that, and I just want to really practice. I just really want to practice my everything. Oh, kitty cat, would you like to come up here? You want to come up on my lap? It's been a long time since you've done the knee tap thing. Hey, Muffin, come here. Hey, baby. Hello. Tearless here. Yeah, it's, if next week goes by and I still don't have anything, then I'm gonna be really sad. I guess we're doing LFR next week. And what am I doing? I was getting into my right Covenant, so I need to be Kyrian. I'm going to take a minute to look at my soulbinds, and then, I think I'm going to be waiting a minute or two for Flabby, so I might just go loot, treasures or something. Ooh, or maybe farm Genesis motes, actually. Once I've, kitty cat, once I've, ensured that I am in the correct everything for keys. I don't think I'm going to run my key. I think I want to save that for, when guildies are ready to do it, but I do want to do extra because I need the practice. I have a confession to make. I have become a messy player. I die in raid more often than almost anybody else. I don't think I'm top of the death list, but I'm not far from it, and it's embarrassing, and I want to fix it. And I can't really raid more. I mean, I could raid more, but I'm not eligible for any more loot by raiding more. So all I can do is try harder and raid, but I feel like keys is also good practice because the thing that I am lacking is that dialed-in Zen-like focus that you see those... You see the world first raiders, they look like they're in the Matrix, and that is something that I am currently quite lacking. So I'm gonna need to make sure I get my Kyrian, get some potions and stuff. Holy Bubbles with a 2-month resub, Cat Stream, thank you very much, and Mythologic with a 25-month resub, 25 months. Nice. Well, tier sets are a myth. I don't know, other people in my guild are starting to get them, and then a lot of people have just the one piece and they're waiting for their second. So they're sitting here being like, oh man, my one piece doesn't do me any good, and I'm here with no pieces thinking, well, at least your next one is gonna give you something. It is. I wish that they had opened up Creation Catalyst a little earlier, but maybe it's just because I have bad luck right now. Okay, soulbind-wise, I want to be not Pelagos. I do this as Mechanicos because of damage or something. And then also Brawn comes and helps me at the least opportune moments. I'm not very good at min-maxing my Brawn, and I probably never will be, but that's fine. I am, in the meantime, probably going to head out to Zareth Mortis and do a little bit of, maybe check in on the Mount Forge and see if I'm close to making any mounts just while I wait here. I also might need to lose the sweater at some point because I've got a cat on my lap now, and this is a really warm sweater. Keys, perhaps. I'm just gonna end up jumping into some pugs. I don't know who I'm playing with yet, but I just want to play, I want to play and I want to try and focus and see if I can perform any better because I think part of my problem is that I've just been trying too hard and I'm focusing too much on using my cooldowns as best as I can and on you know, making sure that I'm like using my globals and having a little low downtime. And while all the time I'm watching that, sometimes I don't always watch my feet. Or the thing that I feel like kills me more often than anything else is I get too brave. Like, I'm busy doing a thing. I'm casting like a divine hymn or a symbol of hope or a spiritual clarity pod or whatever. I'm casting a thing, and I'm either standing in something that I feel like I can live through, or I just feel like I can get away with it. I had a death on Heroic Skolex last night because it was late in the fight. It wasn't that late in the fight, but it was kind of sort of getting late, and I was completely out of mana, and there was like a gap between mechanics, and I thought to myself, okay, cool, I have time to cast a spiritual clarity pod. I've got my other healers up, they have a little more juice, they can keep everybody up, and but I had like 13 stacks of the dust on me, and I need to be healing myself if I'm going to live through that. I can't just sit down and chug grapefruit juice for like, you know, 15 seconds or whatever spiritual clarity is. It's 10 seconds, but it was too long and I died, and that was embarrassing, and I feel like I'm usually the one eating up the battle reses, so Hazel needs practice. Massive Chubs with a 16-month resub. Braun comes in to interrupt uninterruptible casts. Punish people that can't roll dice properly a little longer. I originally lost a roll for a piece I got today, but the person that won wasn't paying attention and ended up going to me. Oh, there you go. No such thing as trying too hard. There is when you have a limited amount of brain that you can only spread between a certain amount of tasks. It's not so much that I'm trying too hard. It's that if I'm too single-minded, I can let other equally important things fall by the wayside sometimes. There's a rare up over there. I'm not out here for rares, though. I'm not out here for ciphers. I don't really need ciphers. I should probably do like a world quest or something. I guess I can do this cash just while I'm out here. Not Shep, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. What's your biggest weakness as a raid healer? You know, sometimes I try too hard. I care too much. Oh dear. Yeah, no. Sometimes I stand in things and then I die. Or, oh no, I messed that up. My other specialty, my other absolute specialty is I get myself just knocked off the edge or something. Hang on a second. I did it again, didn't I? Is this the Mythic needs? No. 1, 2. Do I have to do something aside from the normal? I think I might. I think they finally, 1, 2. Because once you do these, you won't have enough left over to do those. I was complaining, well, I wasn't complaining, but I had commented that these had gotten too easy. And now I've really gone and done it, haven't I? Because if you do this, that's no good. That doesn't do you any good. If you do this, oh, could I have just done that the whole time? Probably. All right, job done. Problem started. I'll definitely ask for help if I'm ever looking for help on puzzles. I was healing so hard last night, I ate the star bomb on Celia on a 16. I was so embarrassed. Oh, man. Yeah, that's my life right now. That is the contents of my diary. Oh, no, I need to fly. I need a flying man. There we go. I'm still in my healing spec, too, but I feel like I can get away with that. There's a cache. I mean, I said I wasn't going to loot caches, but if they're right here, I was going to check in and see what my next mount I'm crafting is, because I've made myself a Raptora hunter. I've got 2 Raptora now. Yeah, I know there's an add-on for the puzzles. I'm sure World Quest List can probably do it. It has a good history of having support for stuff like that, but I don't know, I'm stubborn. Usually I like doing them. Alrighty. What can I make next? How long did it take you to get the dominance key? I think I got lucky. I didn't really farm for it. It just kind of happened to me, which I believe was incredibly lucky. I got it while killing some mobs near the chest, just because I kill the big packs of them, because there's like a sword transmog that they drop that you can sell, I believe. Alright, so I could, if I wanted to right now, make a Sundered Zareth Steed, but I'm gonna need more motes if I want to make anything else. There's a Darkened Vombata that I have the thing for. I think I could probably buy this one. That's just an Enlightened Revered thing. So 450 would get me the Adorned one. I think I want to make a Terrachnid next because I don't have any yet, and I have the items for either of them. So I just need another like 100 or even just like 50 more, and then I can make like one of these guys. And I think just for the sake of having one of them crafted, either a Terrachnid or a Buffinid. Again, for the Buffinids, I have all the items, although I only have 1 Buffinid lattice. Do I have? No, I only have 1 Terrachnid lattice too, so I guess I should pick which one I want the most. All right. There we go. So, am I in the correct spec? No, those are my raid talents. Let's go back to Haven at least, and make sure. Well, I can do this in Elysian Hold. Because I could, like, well, no, I should stay healer spec while I'm queuing up for stuff so that people can see that I'm queuing as a healer. Probably can't get away with farming too many Genesis mounts. Does it show you which ones you've already crafted? Not, like, hyper clearly, but it does show you. Like, if you click on the mount and then you mouse over the item, it'll tell you that you've already learned it in red text. It's just that, it's odd that they're still in the list. For pets, it makes total sense, because pets you can craft more than once and then sell them. But that is not the case for mounts. That is not the case for mounts. Okay, conduits. All right. I want apotheosis, of course. And my goal is to use it more. I also want Divine Star because that is great damage for keys. So we're going to take that and I'm going to try to use it as much as I can get away with without pulling extra trash. Surge of Light is really nice for keeping my flash concentration stacks up. Censure is nice so I can have a stun to CC things, interrupt things. I keep Guardian Angel, I keep Feather, and then I take Trail of Light for keys, especially because you don't really need the mana from Enlightenment, and I don't really bother with Renewed Faith. So that'll be all good. How are my supplies doing? I have 10 Desolate Armor kits. My oils are all right. I've got some feasts. I have like 6 Invis pots. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I only have 2 flasks. Let's make some more flasks. Am I going to do all these with the kitty cat in my lap? Neon Skies, thank you for the 3-month resub. Is there a place you would suggest for farming moats? Yeah, if you join moat farming groups, they're basically all just chilling. Sort of, you know the Devourers next to Haven? There's sometimes a daily or a world quest up there for killing Devourers. If I go to Zereth Mortis, which I guess is like Shadowlands. Yeah, here we go. It's like here-ish. It's west of the Engulfer, kind of. There's like a specific spot that I want to say is either by this orb or, yeah, I feel like it's over here. Where if you get enough people there and they're killing things rapidly enough, they will basically hyper spawn. Like they'll just keep coming at you. You don't have to move or gather up spawns really. And you just get in a group of 4 or 5 people and you just sit there and just cleave them down pretty passively. I haven't bothered to do it lately, but I should because I have stuff. It's the King. Thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad by the Guardian Bird Boss. One thing Jack said for damage and keys is Boon, don't use it to pad damage, but for priority damage. But my damage. I'd say 12s through 14s, 15 we can get in, but you know, don't know if we can get into 15s. I want to improve my score as well, but that's like a nice to have thing. But generally speaking, I'm up to 1826. I'd like to get 2K because that would be good for just being able to upgrade gear. 13 Plaguefall asking for a friend. I'm leaving Flabby in charge of any and all personnel decisions because then I don't have to do them. When in doubt, Crusader Strike. Happy rainy Saturday morning from Sydney, Australia. Good morning. Hope you're enjoying the weather. It's been rainy here too, but I don't mind. It's good. I just put on the hood. I've invented a hairstyle today. I have been seeing these like short videos on YouTube about all these fancy ways to make your ponytails and your buns like more specific. Anyways, it's like a lot of like part your hair into 2 chunks and then twist them around each other and then make a hole and then pull it through and then roll it over and then like, you know, do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. And I figured, what if I didn't follow any of the videos, but I just invented something by just like adding hair ties until I felt like I was done. So it looks all right from the sides. You know, it looks all right from the sides. It looks nice enough from the front. It looks atrocious from the back. And that's fine by me because I'm a streamer. I don't turn around. Hazel, you are Realm 6th healer. What? Where are you seeing this? I want to look up the flattery. I heard that Carbon, my raiding guild, was doing pretty good on Realm leaderboard just because Lightbringer's not really a raiding server. But I'll take it. We're a semi-casual guild. I would put us one baby step above family and friends, but not a very big baby step. But we do our best, and we're 3 of 11 heroic now. I'm struggling to try to do good though in raid. I always have a tough time early in a tier. I feel like it takes me a couple weeks to really like internalize the fights and stop dying to stupid things. And I feel like other people catch on a little quicker, which is embarrassing sometimes. Declined you on accident. Oh no. Oh no, maybe we'll apply to it again. Cool, Transmog your priest has why. Thank you. I like it too. I like it too. And then with the blue, the Primal Victory on the Drust Mace, whenever I get my Sparkle Wings going, which I have macroed into my Powered Fortitude on top of the Priest Bauble thingy, the blue of the wings actually kind of matches the blue of this, and I feel like it's not competing with the rest of the Mog too much. The orb actually is. The Thaumaturge's orb is doing too much. Let's click that off. But like, I feel like this is kind of nice, you know? Which 3 did we kill? We did Guardian, of course, and then we did Skolex, which was hard. And then we did Daosegni, Oracle Lady. We did Oracle Lady, who was much easier than Skolex. We were not brave enough to try Zymox on Heroic yet, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I don't usually get smoked by mechanics unless it's Divine Star. I have a problem sometimes with Wicked Star. The stars in Anduin. I don't get along with them very well because I get out of the first thing, but if I'm really busy, especially in the last phase with like healing or with trying to remember my, my clear set and like when we're going and making sure I'm in position to get ready to go, I have a tendency to eat other people's stars or to eat stars on the backswing, and I can't eat a star, I'll die. Like, silence aside, I will just straight up die. So I need to clean that up. Although we did kill Anduin without problems, even with having to burn a battle res on me. But, all you can do is work on it and try not to let your embarrassment get in the way of learning. So that's why I'm jumping into keys, is because I need to, pug keys even, is because I need to work on this. Moved boxes to a new house, had a college interview, and finally got times to play Lord of the Rings War in the North and watch your stream. That's a huge day. 8th priest in the realm, 7th healer priest, 30th healer overall. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, raid was great this week, though. We made awesome progress. I was such a hot mess on Lords of Dread. On our kill, I got the plague, right? And then I get the plague cleansed off me. I finally figure out how to get the plague cleansed off of me. I'm going the wrong way. And then I give myself my own plague back by wandering on top of my own green puddle more than once. I don't know how many times. I want to say like 2, if not 3. I replagued myself personally. Just an absolute mess, but we killed it, and that's what's important. I make up for it by bringing Holy Priest big ol' raid cooldowns, so I may not live, but while I'm alive, I do pump. Weapon transmog. This is the Drust Mace. It's called the Witherscorn Reaper. I want to say you can loot these things out of treasures in Ardenweald, like the thingy, the withered thingy. And then I've put my Primal Victory on it so that I can remember my glory days. After I get Keystone Master, I will start thinking about PvP. I'll start considering the possibility of setting up a character to PvP. Maybe. All right. Any other pressing questions, conversational desires before I start healing? Because I will fully ignore chat for like as long as he takes once we're going. Do I have any stories to share? What happened yesterday? I had a pretty good day. I got organized. I did some stuff. I made a call. And then today I've just been working to get the news video together. Lots of news. They keep doing like spicy things. They keep I still can't believe that they just hot fixed in a socket item. That still baffles me. How did you make it glow? The weapon? You can enchant, or pardon me, you can transmog on weapon enchant illusions. So if you look in your transmog interface, your weapon's here, and then you have like a little smaller square where you can choose a different weapon enchant. So some of these are promotional. Some of them came with like collector's editions and stuff. A lot more of them are just learned from enchanting themselves. The one that I'm using is from an achievement back in Warlords of Draenor. It was a PvP achievement that I got way back in the day when I was good, that I've been using ever since because I don't want to let the past go. But I like the blue glow. I also really like the Venthyr dress. I feel like I'm going to be wearing this for a bit. Oh, we have we've got a Frostmourne DK. What if we just like book it inside the dungeon so that the instant server is Oh dear. Instant server is on the North American side. Tazavest Streets is cursed on Tyrannical. Oh, I bet. I haven't done a lot of TazV yet. I'm scared. I'm scared. Love the sweater. Great colors. Why, thank you. What is your opinion of adding chili dark chocolate mix into oatmeal? I'm just learning about the existence of chili dark chocolate mix. That's wild. Discovered this morning. Blown my mind. That's bonkers. I made waffles for breakfast. I was feeling extra, so I did waffles for breakfast. Although I didn't fully melt my margarine, and then I figured, well, it's fine, it'll mix in. And then it didn't mix all the way in, and then it was like, well, it's fine, there's some margarine chunks at the bottom. And then I like made the last of the batter into waffles, and then I had to clean up my waffle iron. I don't know what I thought would happen, but I had to clean off some extra oil off the waffle iron because there was some little chunks in it. But the waffles were delicious. They were very good, and I've got leftovers that I can pop into my toaster later. Yeah, we did a little bit of heroic yesterday. Kind of fine and tyrannical, but way worse than fortified. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we get the summons going, and then we enter. Book it in. Look for the Camino brand, Canadian, often in natural products, lanes, and stores. Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay. So we have events here. Once people get in, I can drop a feast. I can throw a cauldron down. Or, well, a kettle, and then I'm sure I have plenty of proto-flesh to turn that into soup. I have half an hour of my raid flask left, which is probably enough to get me through this key. I'm gonna try and coast off that to save a little bit of gold. I'll re-up my oil. I'll use one rune as a show of faith, but if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. And then I'm gonna armor kit too. One run of Streets 12 with 2 people that had no idea about the mechanics. Went like 26 minutes overtime. Oh man. Hopefully at least good learning. Good learning. Okay. I wonder if I need a pet. I need my Vombata. I need my baby Vombata pup. All right. Pray for me. This tank has a wild macro, like a chat macro for eating feasts. Oh boy. Early meta. Oh no, whose key is it? Oh no, it isn't my key. It's not on Mythic. It's not on Mythic, there's no key thingy. That was so anticlimax. Oh man. Wow. All right. Good start. Good start. Off to the races. Oh. All right. Dungeon difficulty set to Mythic. Normal plus 13. Do we have to pray again? We were just getting all of our bad, all of the bad juju out of the way. I still have all my buffs and everything. I'm not the one who had to pre-meta. Thought the feast was covering it? Nope. My bad. Alright. Here we go. I'm gonna turn my sound up a little bit. Yeah, Poke, the toy version, you can put its costumes on it, and then the Forgotten Feather toy from Korthia will make it fly. Oh, I'm nervous. I haven't streamed keys in a while. If I'm supposed to, and I'm gonna give a lot of hypotheticals and then not check chat, so don't worry too much about advice, but I don't really know if I'm supposed to Divine Start before or after Boon. You would assume after, because it's a much shorter cooldown. Oh yeah, love me some Watch out for the thrust and stuff. Oh dear. My PIs are going to be a little all over the place. If you hear meowing cat, that is my flash concentration weak aura reminding me to set my stacks up. And there's details. Almost boon again. I'll be very excited once I get 2-set, or like one piece, you know, so that I can look forward to 2-set in the future. That'll be good. I'll do that. I still have my cat on my lap. Ooh! Whatever happened. Scary. Okay. I don't know which one they want. But we still have Apotheosis. Seems like people generally take her. I should probably wing off Apotheosis, even if I like don't need it even a little bit. It's just, it feels bad. Speaking of winging off things that I don't need. I've really gotten my PI offset with other cooldowns. I think that's the main thing I could work on for this. I'm trying to save it for Icy Veins because it feels like a vaguely good idea, but I don't really know. I really thought it was gonna die before that orb became a problem. Right. My motto for the moment is just use things. You know. There we go, there's PI. Ooh, look at all those volcanoes. Sometimes the temptation is to boon on the really big packs, but if everybody else also pops their CDs in the really big pack and it doesn't live long enough, there's almost no point, because you really want the explosion to go out. Oh, thanks, Brown. I don't want to start tracking my bronze stacks. Plus, like, you know, you get a bronze stack every time you, like, heal or do damage, and you're not really... I don't feel like it's better to just stop doing those things, you know? But maybe it is. I'm just making stuff up. It's nice not having a dude around the corner anymore. But I'll have a boon for the next pack, and I think I'm just gonna preemptively wings the tank and do it, you know? Especially because this is, Overseer. I can book it out of here for the chains, but I'm just banking on the chains happening after this. I don't really know how long it takes. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I guess I can check that. That was an early refresh. Is my PI cooldown? Not yet. We've got both of our big heals available for whenever needed. Watch the floor. There's the red stuff down there. And looks like we're doing a big pull for this. Maybe would have been a better boon pull. Boon pack. Oh, those curses are dangerous. I don't have a stop though. Wait, how did he aggro me? I was all the way over here. What do you mean? Did I didn't hit him, did I? I certainly didn't think I did. Oh well. Watch the bindings and yeah, this is gonna be a good spot for an apotheosis, especially if I stand in that. All right. Pressure's almost over. Maybe he pulled it. Maybe he pulled it and I just like aggroed it with healing aggro because this is how the pack is supposed to be done and I'm just like panicking for no reason. Because that was totally fine. I don't even need this apotheosis. This is just for looks, glamour, style. I'm always glad when somebody else eats a mechanic that I already ate because it makes me feel better about it. Woo! Maybe not two of them though. Alright, I got a boon available for soon. And then I have a PI available for the next. I should be keeping an eye on the damage meters to make sure that the mage is doing good things with the, like, big things with the PI. Because otherwise I can give it to someone else. It's tough without Flabby running Ascendance for me to figure out when he's... I guess I have his Feral Spirit stacked. I should just stack it on his wolves. Alright, so this is going to be dangerous, but also... watching feet. Keeping stacks up. Booning. Also, that was a late PI, but it's better than no PI. A little bit, not much. Alright, spicy, spicy. I'm interested to see how next boss goes. Difficult fight on Tyrannical sometimes. But it's only a 13. Good for score though, I don't think I have a 13. So what do we got? Circle. Apotheosis. Might need it for the next pair of packs. We're gonna jar it, but... oh no! Okay, this is probably a great moment for us to look for a good, it's fine, everything's fine. I'm nervous about this boss. I'm gonna boon now because I don't think I want it on the boss. I don't have time, and I can't be in melee and stuff. Oh, what did I just press? Hopefully nothing important. Alright. And I'm gonna pay my most attention to just not being in the thing. And then also trying to keep my stacks up, because sometimes you don't have time when you're moving. Especially if you're trying to like move with a cantrips and some, or whatever this thing is. This thing crushes. Did I miss it? I must have missed it. I hope they're all right. Usually when everybody but me has an idea, they are correct. They are correct, all right. Got myself in trouble with that in raid. I got myself killed to a double soak on Dosegni because, reasons. I need to get on this side, but like I don't want to fry the mage. Let me go back. I'm just gonna play pretty far back. Oh, they almost killed it. Good job. Castigate can kill me so fast. Like on a 15, that thing slaps. Oh, I should fade it. I have a conduit that would make me take less damage. What am I doing? Okay. Clean fight. Good job. I didn't get hit by the thingy doodle, and I'll call that a win. Oh, I'm warm. Cat, are you warm? Yeah, she's warm. This fight, in theory, is also quite difficult, but I don't find it as bad. As long as I can get 3 candy, which I can usually do just by avoiding everybody else in the fight, and everybody watches their feet, it's, like, fine. It's usually Tarvold that's a problem, just because Castigate can kill people even when you do everything right. You need personals and you need cooldowns and stuff to heal through that. Unless you're, you know, I don't know, like a not clothy or something, but... then you don't get to look all fancy in robes and stuff. Why do we play fantasy games if we don't get to wear pretty dresses? Or like, you know, cool plate or whatever it is you're into. I like the dresses. You know me. I should be thinking about cooldowns again. I'm getting lost in thought. I'm gonna hold my PI for Icy Veins again. Isn't Icy Veins already haste though? How much haste can one mage use? Maybe I'll hold it for wolves, ghost wolves. Oh, I should have, here, I'll stop that one. Oh no, I can't, they're immune, okay. Lots of mana, that's good. The problem with wolves is that it doesn't light up while active the same way the other one is, because it's not a buff, it's a summon, but I can see them up there, so. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then we watch our feet. Doesn't matter who you have to heal. Nobody lives through that unless you have a dispel. Don't play chicken with the golden swirlies. I'm gonna hold my boon for next trash pack. Because I don't think I can really do very much good with it in single target on the boss. It'll be extra mastery, but I don't know if I need it. What I really need is movement speed. Give me candies. 1, 2. If I don't get 3, I wings myself. I am a paper doll. Nope. Nope! I ran the wrong way! Oh dear. We'll have an engineer. Well, actually, we'll have a regular B-res. We have a Death Knight. Ugh, that one was stale. You know, 2 other people ran through the things, but because they're not made of cloth, they're fine. Alright, I'm up. 1, 2. Heal, heal, heal. Yeah, thank you. My own little safety bubble. Alright. Alright, everything I said about this fight being easy was a lie. That tank doesn't need me, do they? No, it's a Blood Death Knight. Of course not. Candy. Yeah, I need 3 orbs plus a full health bar. You can have that last one, yeah. I need to get much better at using Fade really often as a defensive, because I get 12% reduced damage for a couple of seconds, like 5 or 10 or something, but it's like a 30-second cooldown. You can have crazy uptime on it, and it's like a really good thing to use, because you don't really have a whole lot of defensives as a Holy Priest, but you have that, and I should use it. Okie dokie. I'm gonna pop my flask before I forget, just so I don't end up without it. I don't see people with a lot of coolies up, so I'm gonna boon now. Watching out for the trap though. Oh, nice. Okay. That is something that I find frustrating, even though it's just a me problem, like a get good problem. But I find it frustrating that other people can, like, eat a mechanic, and I can just fix it with, like, a blue button. But I eat a mechanic, and I'm gone, you know? And then it's really embarrassing, because you're like a big old blue angel. Everybody knows what you did. You've got no wiggle room. Should play Warlock. Health for days. But it'll make you a better player. You just have to actually take responsibility for your deaths and... Oh, speaking of which. Spicy. You know, make good choices. I have available to me an Apotheosis, and this is probably not the worst time to use it. Oh, also I can purge that. For everybody, you know, do a little favor. I have a habit of nervous resetting my stacks like super early, because I really don't want to get too busy to reset them later, and I really don't want to let them drop, because that can actually wipe us if my stacks drop off at a bad time, because I need them for throughput. Alright, I trust in Lord to grant me enough mana to get down this hallway. When's my next boon? Soon. Oh yeah, no, the mage trucks with PI. I don't know if it's the best target for it, but it's the one I've chosen for the moment, so we're sticking with it. Oh yeah, that's a nice, I don't know, sorry, don't mind me blasting a woe relic. Don't mind me. I'm also bleeding. I'm in the thing. I have such a bad habit of being too far from the thing and then getting smoked by Gloomisquall. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm learning. This expansion's been out for a whole year. love the mana though. Alright, so I'm fading for that bleed. I'm also going to actually file it off with my Kyrian file. And then get Minted to give me another one. Oh! I stood in a volcano. No, don't refresh that early. I refreshed way too early, and WoW Analyzer yells at me about it, and they're right. They're right. I do refresh it too early. Although, don't let it drop either. Ooh, dear. No, 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 no! That knight is babysitting me, and they should. I was just daydreaming. My bad. I can do better. Give me another chance. Hey, kitty cat. You sleepy? There's no reason for me to not be up here. Okay. I can boon the last big trash pack. Or just this trash pack, I guess. These things truck, these Chamber Sentinels. Especially on Fortified Weeks. Those things hit so hard. See, if I'd stood in that, I would be dead right now. I would be growing daisies. Although sometimes some things like Limb Squall are really big and obvious, and you just take a little nap. A little sleepy break. It's gonna be a real trick to not die on this next boss. I just gotta pay attention. It's not a hard boss, but it's hard for people that get lost in thought. Like me. We did it! Woo! +1, okay. Oh, we +2'd it. Nice. That got me 7 more score. How'd you guys do? I am playing on a 4K monitor. Healing a DK without a rooting power weak aura. I could probably enable, I used to just enable resources on my raid frames. Add-on, or not add-ons, just display. No. Raid profiles? Yeah. I would have a display power bars and it gives you a little blue bar underneath it. I'll just put that back on. It's not a bad idea. Nope, don't exit. What is that? That's leather, okay. Thank you guys. Whew. Was it 15 minutes left on the timer? Yeah, it's a 15. We +2'd it somehow. Oh, that was good. That was good. What did I get? Anything 52 gold. I just like getting conduits. That's always nice. I'm going to head back to Oribos. I thought I was gonna lose it when, or not lose it, but I thought I was gonna lose my vibe when my kitty cat on my lap got up and turned around to, I call it tanning her other side, when she decides to just flop over to her other side. And it was like right in the middle of that last fight. We need Boon. I switched between Blast and Nova. In theory, I'm going Blast, Nova, Nova, Blast, Nova, Nova, unless there's more than 5 targets, in which case it's just Nova, 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 Nova. If I leave anything out of the rotation, it should be a Nova and not a Blast, assuming that I remember the names right, but the single target and not the AoE one. But I'm not great at Boon, and I consider it myself having done pretty well if I just remember to cast it at all, you know? Feel the same stress, get all sweaty, but we get it done. I do fine. What was the overall? Great damage from everybody. I did, in overall for the 13, I did 6.6k throughput, and then I did 2.9k damage, which is actually quite high for me. Usually my overall damage is closer to 2k or like sub 2k, so that was actually a big step up for me. Most of my damage came from Divine Star, which is why I try to remember to cast it on cooldown, especially if there's like big packs of stuff to put into it. Boon should be higher here, but it'll be better once I get double legendary next week, and I'll also be able to do it a lot more often. All right, so that was the middle of the stream. So I think it's a good moment for me to get up and take a quick break. I am trying a thing for stream ad breaks where I still get up and AFK for them, but I run the ads longer because I feel like I usually run 60-second ads, but I'm gone for a couple minutes. And there's a thing I'm trying to participate in where if I do ads like really consistently, then it'll be good. But I still won't, I don't want to be like, you know, running ads while doing stuff. So I'm going to get up and take a break and refill my water and like breathe for a minute. I'm going to run couple minutes of ads. Of course, subs, I don't think see them, but it's just gonna be an empty, I guess I'll put cat cam on the chair. But in any case, I will be right back. Sorry. Kitty cat. If she stays in the chair, it usually means that she's just waiting for the laugh again. Come here. There we go. What's the enchantment called? Primal Victory, but it's not available anymore. Kitty cat stream. Kitty cat, are you leaving or are you gonna stick around for the next one? I bet I can fit one more into stream. Because that took us like between getting into the key and then doing it about an hour. Also, I changed. It was way too warm to wear a knit sweater. This room heats up. Anna say, thank you very much for the 12-month resub. Happy 1 year. World of Warcat, you did unseat her. This is true. This is true. Tell us how you feel, Cat. What's up, Buttercup? I know. I gotta fix your feeder. I've been manually feeding her, but she usually has an auto feeder. And I took it apart to clean it because it was dusty, and now it's all clean, but I didn't put it back together right. So now whenever the timer goes off, it just goes, but like nothing happens, and then I just scoop her food anyways. Let me just not decline again. All right. Oh, Plaguefall, is it? Is there anything good for me in Plaguefall? Probably conduits or something. I know that I need a new version of a Mott's trinket. I need a new Changeling because that is going to be like Changeling plus Elegy, I think, is my trinkets that I want to run for Raid, if not for Mythic Plus. I guess I don't know. They're top of the questionably epic Holy Priest trinket list. You want back down here? Good drink for Flabby? Oh, okay. Okay. Gonna be rich after those 10 hats. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I still don't want to run them more than once an hour because I don't want them happening like in the middle of stuff. What is this mount? This one. This is the, whatchamacallit, Armored Blue Dragon Hawk. That's one of the mount collecting meta achievement mounts. It's the Alliance version of it. I believe Horde gets a red one. I always get sweaty when I'm healing keys, depending on how hectic they are. The jacket has to come off. I need to improve. I feel like I just got rusty. I spent too long collecting stuff at the end of 9.1, and I didn't leave myself enough. I'm playing catch up, trying to like get my chops back, my healing chops. You know, I know how to heal, but I've let myself go a little bit. I'm not as snappy as I used to be. All right. Oh, my wormhole's on cooldown. Maybe I'll get on a flight path. I still got flask. Yeah, I'll make another one just in case. Spectral flask of power. Yeah, I got mats. I got mats for days. I do like to PvP. I haven't done it for a while. I got the vicious mats for the first 2 seasons, but I haven't done it for this season yet, even though it's pretty cool. It's a gulper. It's a frog. It's all barnacly and stuff. The thing I'm telling myself is I'm going to worry about PvP and about setting up my PvP character, because I raid and do keys on my priest, and I do like my collecting stuff on my priest mostly, but I PvP on druid. So I haven't started setting up my Resto Druid yet for the season. But I will once I get Keystone Master. Once I get like my main, key grindy phase kind of done and out of the way, then I will still do keys with people, and I'll still do weekly keys with my group, but I can take like the extra time that I'm spending right now to pug keys, and I can put that into getting my Resto Druid like set up to go and geared and practiced and stuff. I don't know that I'll stream PvP because, I don't know, usually I don't. But partly because my ego's not strong enough to handle people criticizing me when they're correct, and I'm not always very good at PvP. And secondly, because what's the other reason I don't stream PvP? I don't trust myself to not swear. I don't trust myself to not let out loud and inappropriately timed swear words. And I usually try to keep a pretty clean stream around here, so unless I dust it off the After Dark channel. Tokyo, hi Hazel, rating this tier, and more importantly, how is Warrior? Yeah, we're rating. We bumped it up an hour, so we start an hour earlier now, which is nice. Tier's really fun. The raid's been super fun. We had a good progress night last night. How is Warrior? We have a Warrior, don't we? Oh yeah, Trogor is playing Warrior, Michiko's on Warrior. They're pretty good. You should see, if you're watching any of the World First stuff, they're using plenty of Warriors. And Flabby's joined our raid this tier, so we have a Wind Fury Totem in the raid. We get a melee group together. PvP is toxic, Hazel, don't do it. But what if the thing that is needed to make PvP less toxic is for people to do it and then not be toxic? I promise I won't be toxic. And then maybe if everybody else also promises, then we can all have a lovely, fun, wholesome time. Right? That's how it works, right? Nothing wrong with swear words. I just keep a nice clean stream because I don't want people to worry about like having to mute, Some people have kids around and they're not ready for their children to learn those words yet. They will learn them one day. Let's not kid ourselves, but I don't want them to learn them from me, I want them to learn them from school walls and their peers as is intended. Learn all the bad words from your friends, I do have an After Dark channel. I never use it. It's Hazel After Dark. I streamed on it literally twice and it's been like a year. Or it feels like it's been a year. I do not use it because I don't know why I thought I was going to have enough stamina to stream more. If anything, I need to adjust my schedule to stream less. Take an extra day off, 2 days off in a row, imagine. Sounds fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Hance makes you play arms, and I am a Fury lifer, even though it's an entire X-Pack, I played arms better. There's a couple of fights in Sepulchre that Fury does really well on. You guys are saying shaman words. I don't know what any of them mean. My gold making kick really didn't last me very long. I'm almost up to 700k, but I haven't been doing anything in particular to try. I feel like the season started and I was like, never mind, moving on. Keys. Mm-hmm. We did a really good, we just timed a 13 sanguine. We plus 2'd it actually. That key's at 15 now. We pugged one. Plague Fall. I have no tyrannical Plague Fall, so this is actually going to be giga score for me. which will be nice, especially because this is a 13 and we're gonna smoke this thing. We're gonna crush it, I believe. I'm gonna do my best. Tried to sell Bowflex and Survival Being Strong, but he didn't even respond to me. We got 2 survival hunters right now. We have, actually the funny part about Carbon right now is that there's like no range. Tassie is the only ranged DPS right now. All of the other ranged either quit or they switch to melee. So range is just healers plus Tassie, which means that whenever there's ranged mechanics, it's kind of awkward because Rome is playing survival and we've got Ghost Ops, and Ghost Ops is also playing survival. So there's a lot of people up in melee. If we find a tank. When we find a tank. This damn Von tank keys? Could drop a feast when we go inside? Okay. Number of survivals pumping out on some bosses is nuts. See 2 days off if it's better for you, but I would hope for longer streams. Yeah, it's hard because on one hand, it would be nice to have 2 days off back to back. I could like go places, or I feel like more fully recharge at the end of the week. But on the other hand, I really don't think that I should stream longer than 2 hours in a go because I just run out of stamina. I can't do much of anything for longer than 2 hours at a time. It would be different if I had like a more diluted stream energy. Like if I had streams where I was doing something. This isn't too bad because I feel like I could do an extra hour if it was a keys stream because I'm spending, you know, big chunks of time not filling air talking. I'm just gaming, but I run out of both things to say and voice to say it in otherwise. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Do what's best for you. You know, we'll see. I want streams to be good. And right now they're good and they're working, so I don't think I'm going to mess with it. It's just something I was thinking over. Maybe the move is to keep the stream schedule as it is, but to do like a week off twice a year instead of just once a year. I say once a year like I've done it every year. I did it literally for the first time last summer, but it was great. It was awesome. I want to go up island. I want to take my car and I want to drive north and I want to go visit some of the rural areas and do some like, I don't know about camping, but maybe like glamping, maybe like Airbnb and do some like hiking and exploring and stuff, especially in the spring and summer, would be super nice. And it's a long drive. So it's a tough trip to do for like one night. Did Chatbot get put in timeout today? Chatbot is not awake. Wakey, wakey, wakey. Here, let me press the button. Imagine working 10 hours straight. You can't do it. Streams are a strange thing because everybody that streams, I know that my streams are abnormally short. I don't know anybody else that only streams for 2 hours a day like me. Although I don't really know streamers because I live under a rock. But people tell me all the time, wow, that's like the shortest stream ever. But it works for me because it means that we can hit it every day. It leaves me in theory enough time to also make videos, although, yeah. And then it means that I don't like run out of stamina or like I feel like every stream can be a pretty good stream unless I'm just having a really awful day because I'm not trying to keep it up for too long. What if I did less days but longer on the days? So I had like a stream day where I just stream for like 6, right? And that's the day of work and that's the thing I do for work on that day. And then I have more days off, but also days that are just video days where I don't have the excuse of, oh, I have to be ready for stream, because usually every time raid guides come around, I take like a day or 2 off stream to focus on raid guides, and I get more work done on those days than any other day, because usually if I'm working on videos, it's a day that I also stream. And stream's only 2 hours, but you know, you spend some time setting it up, I spend some time unwinding after that, I spend some time putting on makeup, I spend time picking out, you know, like it stretches out longer than the 2 hours, and I feel like, I don't know, it might be worth segmenting it out more. I'll have to think about it. Germany has 30 days off a year. Maybe something to think about. Yeah, I know. I don't mind working harder and longer while I'm young, though, especially because I'm setting my own hours. Nobody's making me do it. And because if my content is relatively successful right now, I think it's smart to kind of lean in, squeeze some more out, save some money so that I can, like, you know, buy a house. And then, you know, make some investments, and then I can ease up when I'm old and tired, is my theory. Or like, you know, if I get successful to the point where I can still make content, but make less of it, but still have it be the same income stream, then I, again, you know, relax when you're old kind of situation. I don't know, just musing. How are you finding 9.2? Awesome, I love it. I love, and this is something I talk about in the video that's going to come out tomorrow, but it feels like the chores list, the have-to-dos, are really short. Like if you're just trying to keep up, you can do like 20 minutes of content out in Zereth Mortis, and congratulations, you're caught up. But then the want to do's, like the rest of it, it's not that there's nothing to do, it's just that a lot of it's really optional. But it means that, hey, maybe you feel like doing mount farming, maybe you want to farm protoform synthesis stuff, maybe you feel like doing keys, like today. Maybe you want to level an alt, or maybe you want to do raid, or maybe you want to PvP. Like, you now have time to play the rest of the game. And if you want to do outdoor stuff, there's always ciphers. We need more streaming hours. Oh, man. I don't know if there would anything good would happen from more hours, though. Maybe. I worry that, stream feels like something that this is as good as it's ever gonna get, right? Like, this stream, I don't think I'm gonna, like, one day grow up and magically be, like, funnier or more social or outgoing or, like, theatrical or anything. I feel like I'm about as funny and theatrical as I'm ever gonna be. I'm fine. But I don't think that it's something that I'm gonna really improve. I might improve production value, maybe. I might make the fidelity a little higher, but generally speaking, what you see is what you're gonna get with it. So doing more of it feels like it's not going to grow as much, whereas with YouTube videos, I know I've been doing the same thing there forever too, but I feel like I could actually get better at them with practice, or at least get more dialed into what people want to see, and then, like, you know, make a few more of them. It feels like there's more growth opportunity there, whereas this, I don't think, like, if I keep doing what I'm doing and I just do more of it, I don't think it's going to meaningfully grow my stream. I don't think I'm going to get any bigger doing what I'm doing. I don't think I'm going to get smaller. I think it's great. But if I want to grow, I feel like I need to lean into YouTube more, because if more people find me on YouTube and then they watch the stream, that's great. But I don't think I'm going to grow much just by streaming. Thanks for the Saturday vids. They keep me up to date with stuff I sometimes wouldn't find. Oh, cheers. Use emote slots. Oh, yeah. Fancy that. What a concept. Emote slots. True. Not like we won't subscribe if the hours become fewer. You know. Let's see. I'm not changing anything for the moment, but we have had the same schedule for like years now. It's been a while. Hazel Subathon. Oh, man. That's funny. This tank also has that same eating macro or add-on or whatever it is. That's funny. Okay. So I have food, flask, oil. I'm going to rune. Armor kit still going. Yeah, another 2 hours left in armor kit. Yeah, I guess that's it. I think I'm good. I got a couple mana pots. I've got my files. Got 2 shamans. We're ready to go. According to Discord, Mount Tuesdays run anywhere from 60 to 120 minutes, or maybe it was 90 to 120 minutes. Full PvP gear, all the verse. You're barely gonna have to heal me. All right. You are on your own. I want to mount. I'm gonna ride my no, that's a Bombata pup. I guess I could ride a hand mount. No, I want my Bombata mount. Crystal Sniffer, there it is. Nice and compact. Yeah, armor kit's on. I can't forget armor kit. I need all the help living I can get. Okay. Tyrannical Plaguefall. Help me. It's only 13. We got this. Tucking in. Got a big boy. I don't have a stop for that arena. I think that was a chain harvest or something. That's great. Oh no, I don't know if it was actually. I think we're Nightface Shaman right now. I'm always too afraid. I don't have a great grasp still on where the trash is. I just know that it's everywhere and that I could pull it if I'm not careful. So I feel like I always have to stay really tight. Sparflord, thank you very much for the 12-month resub. Happy 1 year. Is it just me, or since you moved back to Canada, you seem happier, more confident? It's great to see. I've been having a much better 2022 than I had 2021, that's for sure. I love it here. It's so nice to be home. I got family here. I saw my mom and my sister on Wednesday. This key, I'm still working on using my cooldowns better. I haven't done so good so far, so we're just gonna work on it. Especially with all the you can't be sitting on your CDs. I had a really funny bursting plague fall. Oh, and I'm gonna use Fade more often. This would have actually been a great pack to boon. Is it too late? No. Doesn't that thing do... Yeah, it's like a frontal. Yeah. Not bad. It's okay. It's not fortified. Nice rain. Love that. I also love it when people clear these belchers, because I trip on them while I am fighting Globgrog. Never said that guy's name out loud, I don't think. Not since the video guide, anyway. Can I just fear those? Oh, yeah, I can. Look at that. Let's find out if that was a bad idea. Deep breath. Do not get too far from the boy. Don't be afraid to grip somebody out of a cone. And hope that we have enough stops for the thing, I guess. Divine Star will help. Good. Happy with that. I gotta remember that I'm Kyrian again. I have file for stuff like that. We don't have an awful lot of CC. Alright, job done. Boss one down. Just let my stacks drop. Hazel, I adopted a cute fluffy kitty from the shelter today. Congratulations! Healing add-ons. Not really. I use mouse over macros, although these days you could just use the mouse over function that's available in-game natively. I use default raid frames. I use raid style party frames. Ooh, that's a belch. Let's see if I can play with this. I don't think I'm going to do as much overall as I did in that Sanguine. I was more dialed in on the Sanguine. Where's the hunter when he needs him the most? Flappy kind of slaps. Yeah. Her name is Lola. Is she a showgirl? I love that. That's an awesome name for a kitty cat. I'm genuinely kind of tempted to, when I one day get a dog, assuming that I'm still into the name, to name it Poco after Poco Poke. I think Poco is a cute name. It's kind of like Pogo from Dalmatians, but not quite, you know. Although, as usual, I should probably do the due diligence to make sure it doesn't mean anything unintended in a different language. That's something I try to do actually these days if I'm making a new character name and I've come up with something, is I'll Google it just to make sure that I'm not accidentally saying anything unintentional, or that if I am, that it's something that I can live with, you know? Because there's a lot of languages and you don't want to accidentally say something like super insensitive. Yeah, it is a Copacabana reference. I'm really hip and with the times. Continue to use Healbot in retail because it's what I used in TBC. Yeah. I've never used Healbot, but that's mostly just because, I don't know. I got set up with mouse over macros and I liked them. And my rule is usually if I'm comfy without an add-on, then to not get one just because everybody else does. Usually I will try to at least look into what the add-on offers, because usually if everybody's using something, there's probably a good reason for it. It's usually pretty good. But, Flabby gets rooted insta-wall. I am doing a terrible job using my cooldowns. I need to chat less. I am not automatic Jack. I cannot just wing off perfectly healed packs while, you know, giving the projected stock prices of lima beans. And I'm not using my cooldowns nearly enough. If I really focus, I can probably get my overall up to 2k. Maybe not another 3, but 2.2 would be nice. And I'm going to do that through lots of lovely Divine Star and Boon of the Ascended, but I want a Boon on the next pack. I know that we said that Jack said not to pad with Boon, but listen, the girl doesn't have any tier yet. She doesn't have as much time for DPS. Alright, here we go. Tricky, tricky, tricky back. Don't get hit by the thingy. Don't get hit by any of the thingies. There's various thingies. My item level is doing okay though. That is the one thing, is I don't have tier, but I have item level and my trinkets are alright. I got a 246 change link from last season, and then I got a 278 first class healing distributor. I would still prefer, I would like an Elegy of the Eternals. I hear that simming super well for Holy. But, oh, excuse me. My item level is okay. I'm 259.6 now, because I got a pair of heroic legs off of Vigilant Guardian, I want to say. I got some Ancient Materium Tacits. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't get mounted. This is what I get. I should have PI'd that pack. Wish the year buff affected trinket CDs. That would be cool. That would make unused trinkets much more valuable, like much more valuable. Which I guess would be less cool because I don't like unused trinkets. I like passive trinkets. I am busy enough. I have enough buttons. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to hold the spell for Thingy Doodle. And I'm going to waddle on my stubby little priest legs until I get to where I'm going. Also, I'm just going to boom. Late PI, but better than no PI. Oh, handy. Is he only jumped twice now? What happened, bud? You get tired? That one's run away. Did Braun do it? What just happened? It kind of looked like Braun did it. Oh dear. If I did that by accident, then I am the sickest player alive. What? Listen, if you can't be super good on purpose, then be super good by accident. You heard it here first. Alright, where are you going? Yeah, the 12 button mouse is super big. I use it for on my cooldowns and like stuff that's like not an all the time cast. Like I keep my rotation and like my spammy buttons. Those I keep on my keyboard. But the taller block that's to the right in my UI, those are all mouse buttons. So like my Sanctify, Guardian Spirit, you know, Boon even, Shadow or Death, Dispel, Feather, Fear, Levitate, Hymn, Fort, Mass Dispel, those are all mouse buttons for me. So I don't need to use keys. Chastise even. And it's great. And then the two smaller bars off to the right, like this little chunk, is also mouse buttons but with modifiers. This one is the same mouse buttons but with a shift mod, and this one is the same mouse buttons but with an alt mod or a control mod. I forget which, but my fingers know. And that means that between those, you know, 36 keys, I finally have enough keybinds that it doesn't matter how small something is, I can bind it. I just might bind it to, you know, mouse button plus a modifier, but that's fine. I use that for quest items, I use that for extra action button. All my pots, you know, spiritual clarity and mana potions, health potions, all have different keybinds, as does, you know, warlock health pot and Kyrian file. And that's totally fine because I have enough room because of those 36 extra binds on top of my keyboard. My keyboard is only like 8 binds or so. Not 8, but you know, not that many more than 8. Watch it back front of you. Sometimes I get in trouble here because I accidentally pull extra trash. I like wander into either the tentacle or the pack on the left. So I just have to watch to follow everybody else very carefully. Thread the needle. Need to update new game. Oh, what's the new game that people are asking about now? Is it Elden Ring or is there something else? This is actually gonna be kind of a spicy pack. Never run out of things to do in WoW. I like collecting things. It's true. Anybody? Oh, okay. Actually genuinely spicy. Oh, it was Elden Ring. Gotcha. Yeah. I have more plans to play Elden Ring than I had to play Lost Ark, but that's not to say that I have plans. I'm just more likely to be interested in it eventually. You can blame it on Animal Crossing. Look at all those volcanoes that just spawned around me! I am Hawaii. Blanket statement. Yeah, I guess so. It just feels funny to me to have it tailored to a specific game, but still like on a chatbot macro. Maybe I should hold Divine Star for the assassins. Seems like a good idea. Because I can actually use Star to get one of them out. And then Fade. And then we can boon. I should have been faster, but whatever. Get some extra stacks. I think I'm getting out a little late, but it's okay. I rescue. Or early, rather. Ooh, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't trust the range of it to get like a really far one, so I don't think I'm actually doing all that much good by getting one of them out with Divine Star. It's just fun. You're an all melee group. Volcanic licks target range more. That is true, actually. I am an all melee group. That is the story of the patch for me right now, actually, is that there's no ranged in any of the groups that I play in. And it means that that I often end up with the range mechanics. Alright, if I make it through Stradama without getting smoked by a tentacle, then I am officially the queen. Not of anything in particular, I'm just assuming a new title. But, you know, small chance of that. We'll see. I'll do my best. Oh no, my stacks. Whatever happened to the tank just now hurt them very badly. They will remember that. Their body will remember that. I wish I could just like blink over to that pack, because I want to just like go, I want to kind of like, because I don't really want to use boon on the fight. It's like nothing worth booning and I'm busy, you know? There we go, that's better. I'm thirsty. You can wait. Hydration is for winners. I swear I ran as fast as I could. I was just too far out. I need to hug Inner. Also the ad, I think. Yeah, we gotta do that again. Alright, I'm not the queen. I thought I got tentacled too. Streamer equivalent of taking hoops off. For me it is. It means I won't be tempted to narrate, which will improve my focus. Cross-faction is coming this expansion. It's going to be in 9.2.5, which is not for a while. We don't know when, but it'll be before the next expansion. Duchess, and if you wipe again, it goes down to Dame. At what point am I just ma'am? Oh, he doesn't reset. Nice, okay. But the relics came back? Excuse me, did we get double TI double gut Because if so, cheating, you know? Also, I'm just gonna like hug. I need to hug mid a bit more so that I can get out. For tentacles, because you can't run the long way. You need to... I have no blink, I have no satchel, I have no speed whatsoever. The important thing to remember is that you can't heal anybody if you died. This one's fine. It's the one where you get the infectious on top of the tentacles. Yeah. Or sometimes I get enthusiastic with trying to help with ads, especially if there's like an ad near me. And can't do that either. Whole brain, nothing but tentacle dodging. Also, you know, hold feather charges. Alright, the lady's back. I do find it does the spiral thingy less, and I appreciate that. You'll see me refreshing stacks super early, and we're just gonna have to live like that. Whole eyes, nothing but dodges. is starting to get a little spicy. So you gotta get around him. Alright. We did it. No, we didn't. 99% trash. We need trash. We need trash. Can I res? Can I res? Can I res? Nope, we're in combat still. Alright, good. Super's got the res. Thank you very much. I was like, wait, the timer's still going! Trash! My house weeps with a blight haunts me when I'm doing daily chores. That is funny, actually. Wait. Hang on. I need to talk to somebody, don't I? I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I'm thinking, how did you just fly? Oh, dear. Okay. What are we doing? What are we pulling? Alright, we did it. Hey, I got Keystone Conqueror! I helped! Woo! Yeah, that works for me! Only one wipe and we therefore hereby declare you as Duchess of Squirrels. I'll take it. Smurf Lord, thanks for the bits. Good times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keystone, yeah, 1900 is Keystone Conqueror, which I just picked up Keystone Conqueror. Super got Keystone Explorer, very nice. That was 93. 93 more points to my Mythic Plus score. I'm up to 1926. And I apparently earned a title, Hazel the Cryptic. Sick. Don't know what that's from. Is it from Keystone Conqueror? Is that what that's from? First time I heard of that in my life. Hazel the Cryptic. You know, it's hard to not be the insane, but I'll take it. Haha. We got it. Oh, now I need to go get my loot. That's true. Let's go see what the loot is. I want more haste. Oh, from Season 3 Conquer? Okay. Makes sense with the encrypted affix. True. Good point. Smart thinking. Alright. I keep wanting to blink because I've gotten used to having Soul Shape in Raid, and I'm not Nightbait right now. Alright. Yeah, I got Cosmic Flux. I definitely panicked at the end of the key. I completely lost track of everybody. Trinket? Double trinket. 2 files of putrefaction. Nice. That's the stuff. Congrats, congrats. Super, super. Alright. I'm going back to Elysian Hold. 15 minutes left, which makes me think Genesis modes. Makes me think Genesis modes. Double putrefaction, huge, yeah. That's the reason people do that one. I wish that was me. Plus, it's like upgradable. See you later. Alright, I am gonna get myself into Shadow. I'll stay Kyrian because I'm probably gonna do more keys before I raid again. And then let's go get into a Genesis mode farming group for a couple minutes. I betcha I can squeak out enough to make a new mount real quick at the end of the stream here. Chords MT10 with a brand new sub. Thank you very much. Welcome. Also, a Wild Kira with a 10-month reset. Hello. 245 sub road. Can't get into 2 3s or 4s. Can you list your own? It's tough. It's tough, especially if you don't have the score and the experience yet, because there's so many applicants that people are just going to take the most qualified person they can find. Run your own keys. Yeah. I know I'm not practicing what I preach because I almost never run my own key, but it's rough. I only got my score off the ground by doing keys with friends that we just kind of pooled among ourselves. But without that, you're gonna have to list your own. And then the good news is that you'll always have a key. So even if it goes down, it'll never be like, nope, you can't have any more keys. You'll always have at least one. I'm going to Zareth Mortis. That's what we're doing. Hope they do another system like Synthesis again. I find it so fun. It seems well paced to me. It feels like it takes enough investment to get the mounts that I feel, you know, like it's going to take a while before I'm done, and that it's I'm enjoying the investment, but not so much time that I can't, like, I can kind of comfortably do one a day if I already had the materials handy. Like the Genesis moats, I can pretty comfortably do 1 mount's worth of moats a day if I join a farming group, and that's pretty fun. If you ran your own group, you would need to list a group and accept and decline people. Yeah, yeah. And it can be very tough to get tanks, I think, in particular. I don't know if it's hard to get healers because I'm a healer, but I think it can be tough to get tanks to apply to your group. But you then get to be the arbiter of who you decide to invite to your key. Better off getting my tank or healer to 1750 or something so people invite. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can time some 15s this week so that hopefully it becomes a little easier for me to get into groups. Because if I'm pugging by myself, and I have done a little bit of that, I'm a healer, and I was above 1750, and I'm on level like 255 at the time, and I still couldn't get into stuff. I could not get into anything higher than like maybe a 10 on my own last week, and that was healing. It's just super competitive right now, but I think if I time some 15s, then maybe I will get lucky. Alrighty, speaking of groups, pre-made, custom, find, what do we got for some real quick Genesis mode farming? Who's doing it? 5 people now and 5 people now, and alright, I'm gonna start a group that will outlive me. Genesis, moats, war mode off. No realm hopping, please. You'll get the boot. You will get the boot. I will boot. I'm gonna go pop over to the spot, start grinding by myself, and see if I can get anybody that actually wants to farm them in the group with me, because that is the trouble with being the leader of a Genesis moat farming group, is that lots of people join that are just realm hopping to try to get treasures. Even as a tank, it was hard till I timed like 3 15s last week. Been selling the pets from the moats, making loads. Yeah, I've heard that's really good. I've heard that's super good. I know I said I was going to farm moats, and I'm just here looting treasures, but they're right here. Addicted to treasure farming. The chance to get Progenitor Essentia feels like getting a jackpot. Yeah, that's how I've made all my gold. That's the exclusive source of my gold this patch, has been selling Progenitor Essentia. It did pretty well for me. I think my treasure farming days are winding down now because, squonkers. I think my treasure farming days are winding down now because I don't need ciphers anymore. I'm now at a point where I'm just buying caches with them. Also, I did learn the transmog that I got out of the first one, the Giro tuning hammer. I did learn it. So I want to do the engulfer because it's like right there, and I think the engulfer will drop. Oh, I'm in Pelagos. I think the engulfer will drop. Also, I didn't get any buffs. I guess I'm just doing like a couple minutes worth of this. Oh, did I miss it? Have I taken too long? Oh. Rare should drop moats. Do I have shadow conduits on? No. Alright, no shadow conduits, no poke buffs. Let's go. Doing it a lot, so if I go online. Oh. I wonder if that rare is bugged, because I don't think enough is really spawning anything. But the important thing is that I have boon. Did you get the Keystone Master yesterday, though? Nice. Wish there was more explanation of the items from the new zone. Yeah, it is tough without having either Wowhead or Handy Notes or both to get a feel for what stuff does, for sure. So if I get 400, I can make one. I think what I make just is going to kind of depend on how many motes I get in the next like 10 minutes or so. This is a reasonable spot. Does look like they're on their way. Okay. Akihibo Kayaba, thank you for the brandy sub. Pardon me for the pronunciation. Appreciate it. Welcome. I think it builds community to have the community work things out. That's a good take. I can appreciate that. I wonder how much of the WoW community is like and by that I mean people that play, you know, not just people in streams and stuff, but people that play How many of them are familiar with where to look for this information, though? Because it's one thing to have, you know, people sharing tips in general chat, but for a genuinely... You would assume that most people by now have come across Wowhead to have an idea of where the answers, or at least the available info is, but I may, you know, that opinion is probably coming from my own limited perspective of, I use those resources all the time, so I know where they are. But there's probably plenty of people that play that don't really think to use fan sites, you know? It's a big game. What are you farming for? I want Genesis motes because I got mounts to make. I'm trying to get just like a little extra infusion of Genesis motes right before I finish the stream so I can make a real quick mount before I leave for the night. Still haven't gotten any set items to drop. I know RNG has always been bad. Yeah, I'm with you. I am still part of the 0 tier club. I'll be very excited to join the 1 piece of tier set club. And then more, you know, when I get 2 set. I'm hoping for good things from Vault next week. My Vault is going to be... I'm going to take a look at it. I've got 5 options already. I plan on filling out the 3rd key option as well. I plan on doing at least 4 more keys this week because it's a great push week. So I'm going to be on the weekend, either pugging keys or running them with friends if I've got people on, to get 3 options that are hopefully pretty good because I just want anything. I want tier, gosh darn it. Last week I had to take a socket item and I'm not happy about it. There are dozens of us. Icy Veins Googling stuff over the years has led me to many nice places. I know from experience I've become my small guild version of Google, as most people in the guild don't know or use Wowhead. Seems like you should try melee range tier and your raid is bugged. You want to know something really depressing? So one of the new tokens is Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Warlock. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And we have a Demon Hunter. And Demon Hunter, I think his legendary is in his gloves. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the background of it. But anyways, he got a set of tier gloves, learned them. And I think he was either mad because it was like his tier slot or, I don't know, something was up with it. But we were like, oh man, you can't even, you know, he's got to learn them. And then last week, this one that we just had, he gets tier gloves again. And our guild does not have any other Demon Hunters. Our guild does not have any Death Knights. Our raid team does not have any Warlocks. He is the only player in our raid group on that token. So our raid had to burn a tier token, even though everybody needs tier, because we don't have anybody else on that token. I don't like that they fragmented the tokens more. I wish they had just crammed all the classes onto 3, because then we would have had a chance of somebody being able to use that. Yeah, no, it was heartbreaking. At least he's got gloves, you know, at least he's got tier gloves. I think he might get his 2 set going soon, if not already. So that's something, but oh man. Thoughtbot? Pretty easy to get lattices. Not too bad. Some of them drop more readily than others, but the lattices are bind on nothing. They don't ever bind, so you can trade them, sell them, buy them. All of the lattices are relatively cheap with the exception of the Vespoid lattice, because that one has like a really sucky drop rate. Vespoid lattices were still 75k on my server, but everything else was much cheaper than that. Most of them sub 10k, a couple in kind of the 10 to 20 range. And then the other special items, I haven't had great difficulty farming anything. The worst one for me was Protoform Sentience Crowns, and I still got them within like a couple hours of farming. I was farming in the Blooming Foundry for a while, but I had better luck on Antecedent Isle up here in the World Boss area. But it's just luck. Flabby got 2 of them in Blooming Foundry. It's just a RNG thing. 2 sets big for Havoc. Yeah. I want my 2 set and my 4 set. I want to contribute to the guild. I want to bring honor to the family. Until then, we practice. Yeah. The instinct of whether or not to Google a question or ask somebody for if they know first is, I don't know if it's a generational thing, but it definitely varies person to person. I am somebody that will always Google something first, because my Google foo is reasonably good. I usually have a pretty good grasp on what terms to search for to figure out what I'm looking for, and because I hate bothering people. Other people probably, you know, have better friendships because they like actually you know, it feels good to know an answer to something that somebody asks you and to like help them with something. And I feel like some people probably bond over things that they could have Googled, but instead they used their community. But it came up for me recently because I was telling my mother about how I've in the past cooked beets in my Instant Pot, because her and I both really like eating beets. And I told her that I just kind of nuke them in the Instant Pot for a while and then slice them up with a little salt, and it's a great day. And she's like, oh, how long do you do them for? And I realized that I didn't know, and I was like, I don't know, I just kind of Google it. and then I thought about it more, and I'm like, 20 minutes, maybe 30? I'd have to double check. Because, you know, it's a big old tough root vegetable. It depends on how big the beet is, honestly, but, you know, if you're not afraid of really nuking it, just chuck it in there for a half an hour. Rather stumble in the dark than ask for help. Hate bothering people, I always Google first too. I think that it is a great benefit to people that are really shy like me, and people that are nervous about not knowing things, again like me, that you can Google things and look things up online. Because I have often felt like there's something a little bit wrong with me and that I missed a bunch of human lessons that everybody else got somewhere. Because there's a lot of normal things that I always feel like I either don't know how to do, or I'm just not quite sure what the protocol is or what the etiquette is or whatever. And for my whole life, I've been so glad that I'm able to just Google it because somebody wrote up an article somewhere because they want the ad money for it. And I can just look around online and get some basic answers. Obviously, you can't live your whole life that way, but I benefit. I feel like if I had had my same personality and I had lived 50 years ago, I would have been like a shut-in. My parents would have tried real hard to marry me off to somebody so that they could get rid of me, because it would be really hard for me to go out and exist and be productive, because you know, I'd be too afraid to ask for help, but I also wouldn't know anything. Ordo316, thank you for the 2-month resub. Everybody feels like that and everybody is wrong. True. How do I people? But it's nice, especially for like house stuff, you know? And it's nice that it's never too late to learn. Like, you don't have to just be like, man, I don't really know how to clean a bathroom, or I don't really know how to cook dinner, or I don't really know how to service my car, or whatever. Like, whatever it is, it's okay that you don't know. And if you never want to know and you want to pay somebody else to do whatever it is for you, that's fine. But you don't have to not know forever. You have the option anytime you want to go and learn those skills, or at least get some extra information about it. And it's nice that you don't have to be resigned to being the person you are, and that we all have such great access to resources that can help us grow if we so decide to. I don't avail myself of that all the time. I think there's definitely some stuff, especially with the car, that I'm still just going to trust a mechanic. You don't have to learn everything, but it's nice that you can. You can take a dryer apart, but I have no idea how to make mac and cheese. Yeah, that's when it's nice to have friends and family and people living with you, because you can kind of like divide and conquer. You know, one of you can be the dryer expert and the other one can be the mac and cheese expert, and between the two of you, you've got the weekend solved. Yeah, I am not that handy. I would like to become more handy, so I do a lot of Googling whenever I'm considering a project that would require any amount of handiness. I'm going to farm until I get 500 motes, I think is my plan, because I'm at 480 right now. But I can cook relatively well. I still Google a lot in cooking, but that's usually just to get an idea of like ratios and stuff. I wonder if I'm ever gonna make friends outside again, or if all of my new friendships are all gonna be based on internet, like for the rest of my life. I wonder if I have the capacity to like just befriend people locally, or if I've really missed that boat, especially now that I work alone from home. Back in 2012, 13, I did make some friends locally, but I did it through people that I met at work, and I feel like that was my last chance. I have a problem with overspicing things. When will I learn? Because I am a very, what's the word? I'm risk averse, but also I really don't want to be rude. I really don't want to hurt people's feelings, and I have difficulty rejecting people or setting boundaries. I get by just fine because the people that are in my life are, you know, they don't overstep any boundaries, and I don't ever need to reject them because they're great. But I'm very, very nervous about letting new people into my life because I don't know them well enough to know if they will work with that system. And I don't trust myself to set boundaries, or, you know, like I'm very, not incapable, but I am inexperienced at having difficult conversations. And I feel like the risk of needing to do that is higher in with new people that you don't know. So I'm nervous about, like, you know, making local friends or even befriending neighbors. Like, I always used to be really nervous about, you know, making small talk with the neighbors because I didn't want to get roped into, you know, something like responsibilities or, you know, chores, or even just, like, you know, extended conversations that I wasn't ready to sign up for, but I knew that I would be powerless to get myself out of. It's easier to prevent that kind of thing than it is to get out of it once you're already, like, too cozy. And I didn't want to be, like, afraid to leave my front door because I didn't want to get stuck in an awkward conversation because I'm just, you know, I'm useless at getting myself out of them. So that's a barrier to making friends, is I don't know if I can trust them yet. Rest of your life is a long time. Hard to make predictions in that long of a scale. That's true. I feel like, if anything, my middle phase of life, I should probably make efforts to find social settings that are offline and not work-based, you know? Especially if I can get to a point where I've got a little bit more free time and like I'm organized enough that I'm not spending my whole life catching up with my life. Join a community band, or, you know, go bouldering or something, you know. Do stuff with people, you know, COVID permitting. I think that would be good for me. Even if I don't make friends, even if I just go and I don't make any friends, it would be like a good step for me to just be around people. Sister probably has friends in the area. Why did the, I don't know why the automod caught that. That's weird. Don't start at card stores. Oh dear. Okay, I got all the motes that I need. I can drop in and free the group up for some more room. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That was good. I'm gonna go make myself a mount, and let's go pick out what we want to craft next. Doing a stained glass class. Oh, that sounds fun. Bouldering is very nice, social, good exercise. Did bouldering supplies survive the move purge? Yes, but only because I didn't have a lot of supplies already. I went bouldering in the same outfit that I wear to run in, so I already had the clothes. I brought a chalk bag, and I don't have shoes yet. I need to go shopping for shoes because I don't really want to rent bouldering shoes anymore. But I don't have any, so I need to go shopping for that eventually. I'm still, my health insurance is kicked back in now, so that's good, but I'm still not quite ready. I've got a couple more things to catch up on. Doing activities for yourself often results in friends by the exposure. Oh. You guys are right. Wish we could help more. Hard to send you offline support. It's just a journey that I have to go on. I have to consider. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not terribly suffering particularly. I'm not especially lonely. I feel like especially with the friends I've made online and having family close by, I feel very socially fulfilled. I'm good. It's just, I feel like it wouldn't hurt. Oh dear. Wouldn't hurt to expand that skill set more, as I get older. Health insurance. I mean, I'm covered again. Not exactly insurance, but I have health coverage again, because I didn't when I moved back at first. I had to reapply for it. They forgot to add the Pokepoke customization to the game? Yeah, people, I've noticed that, and I'm kind of annoyed. Also, I've angered some things. Supposedly, it's all definitely in-game? Oh. Well, then how come, then what's the deal? Do you think it requires killing Mythic Jailer? Like a character must have killed the Mythic Jailer before they're allowed? Because that would be ridiculous. I wonder if people your age know that streaming is a job. I think it depends on what kind of social spheres they're in. Because people my age, I am 29, people in their late 20s, early 30s differ a lot. You know, we're young millennials, and it depending on what you do, you know, some people are like me and are extremely online, and they will be familiar, although some of them might get the wrong idea. But a lot of other people that went into more traditional career paths, or people that, you know, entertain themselves more traditionally, may have no idea. But I don't know a lot of people my age that I didn't meet online anyways. Mythic Jailer has stored legendary Pokepoke armor, and you get a fragment for every kill. The wrong idea is that people that confuse streaming with adult streaming, you know, like cam websites, and that is a valid job, but it is not my job. And some people have heard of one, but not the other. Okay, what am I making? I've got options. I could do, oh, I was going to do a Terracnid because I don't have one yet. So I could make the Creeper or the Crawler. The Creeper takes more materials, but the Crawler is kind of prettier. I kind of like the tan color. But the Creeper takes the Revelation Key, which dropped for me off of Protector of the First Ones. What is the other thing that Revelation Key can be used for? Because it said 2, and I've only got 1. So Revelation Key. I want to know what the other mount is. Reagent 4. Oh, the other mount is the Scarlet Helicid, which is the red snail. I think I'm pretty safe to make the spider, because snail-wise, I have Serenade already, and that's like my preferred color scheme. And then I have the bronze schematic. I need the ingot, which is little, but yeah, I think I don't know. Let's see. I want the black spider. I only got the red one. Yeah. The red spider, I think, is like a different... This one's kind of purple. It has like less color. Like the armor on it kind of blends in a little more. I feel like it's got less color, but I also feel like I've seen more people on the Crawler. I only have one Terracnid Lattice too, so that's a... Yeah, no, it's a very spidery spider. If I wanted to not do a spider, I could also do... There's 2 more Cervids I could do. Or actually, you know what? If I didn't do a spider, I would probably do another Buffinid. Because I only have the Patient one. I could do either of these 2 as well. I've got the stuff for the Leaper or the Gold Plate. But I think I want a spider. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This doesn't matter. Or does it? I like this one better. I like this one better. I'm making it. I'm making it. I feel like the other one is less common, but I just like this one better. Yeah, the one with the frosted tips is nice. To farm the schematic, I've got too little of them. I did a big tour and I got a bunch of them. I don't have all of them, but I've got a good chunk. All right, mounts, Terracnid, Creeper, and then that's the red spider. Genesis Crawler. So now I have my first one. And does not fly, but very spidery spider. Only just noticed that we double timed that Plague Fall. Got a 15 hulls now. Oh, nice. Yeah, even with our wipe, we double timed it. We smoked that key. Horrifying. Yeah. I like bugs in the game because I know that they will never, ever be on me. But they're still kind of cool. I think that spiders and beetles and, you know, bats and other creepy crawly things. Actually, bats are adorable. But I think creepy crawly things are really cool. I just don't want them to touch me. So I like them in game because I can get all of the cool parts, but there's no risk that they will ever be on me. You know? Ooh, a Mossborn chest. Okay, I gotta get out of here before I live here forever because I've got some more stuff I gotta do today. Playing this up, fun to pretend, fair enough. It reminds me of, if you've ever played Animal Crossing, Blathers, the museum curator owl, has a real problem with bugs. All right, thank you very much for joining me today. I had a delightful time doing keys that actually went really well. I feel better. I feel like that went pretty good. We smashed out some 13s and I got my score up. Thank you so much for joining me. I shall be back tomorrow morning, early stream tomorrow, or at least earlier, 10 a.m. Pacific. Appreciate you guys. Keep an eye out for a news video tomorrow morning and have a wonderful, wonderful day.